Hi guys, welcome back to Explore with Sue. So guys, today I have a gist for you. It's all about the political banter going on in Nigeria currently, this ongoing situation. So guys, let's talk about Wole Soyinka. You know, back when Goodluck Jonathan was in charge, Wole Soyinka never held back. He was loud, clear, and unrelenting in his criticism. Every misstep, every policy failure, Soyinka was there, calling it out without fear or favor. But ever since this Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration took over, it's been a different story. Soyinka's once fiery voice has been strangely quiet. No outrage over the rising killings, no condemnation of the soaring inflation, no bold stance against the deepening economic hardship. It almost feels like he's picking his battles based on convenience. And that raises the questions. Is this the same man who once fought tooth and nail against injustice? Because right now, it seems like he is turning a blind eye to the very issues he once rallied against. Some would call it wisdom, others would call it hypocrisy. But then, out of nowhere, he finally speaks, and it's over Tinubu's decision to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State. The president not only suspended Governor Fubara, but also his deputy and the entire Rivers State House of Assembly. It was a sweeping move that shocked the nation. And Soyinka, he wasn't having it. He slammed the decision as over-excessive, saying it could have been handled with less drastic measures. He accused Tinubu of abusing his emergency powers, warning that such heavy-handed actions could set a dangerous precedent. The Nobel laureates expressed shock at how quickly the National Assembly approved the suspension, raising concerns about the lack of proper scrutiny. But here's where it gets interesting. Soyinka didn't just criticize, he challenged the suspended officials to fight back. He urged Governor Fubara and the others to take the battle all the way to the Supreme Court, demanding a legal review of the president's decision. Now, my friends, you have to wonder, why now? Why did Soyinka finally choose to speak out? Was it the boldness of Tinubu's move that finally forced his hand, or was it the growing public pressure, the whispers of inconsistency that made him feel the need to defend his legacy? Either way, one thing is clear, the same man who once stood as a symbol of fearless activism is now being questioned for his selective outrage. And as Nigerians watch this saga unfold, they can't help but also ask, is Soyinka still the voice of truth or just another echo of political convenience?
This situation is actually a few days old. I was watching what action will be taken by the House of Assembly, by Senate, and even by the affected politicians in Rivers State, whom I expect to be in the court by now. Because above the above the president himself, there's the law. And I expect those who are affected to take the primary step. Let me confess that I was surprised at the ease with which this emergency law, that step, was applauded and passed. And then the critical question, even within the powers of a president on the democratic dispensation, there are areas of discretion. And you're quite right to point out this wholesale suspension of everything to government. I think that's an over excessive response within the rights and the powers. We're assuming now, let's say that the president is constitutionally right, but within his powers, there are also areas of discretion. And I think that the wholesale scuttling of the democratic existence in the rivers was excessive. I think it could have been managed much better, much more economically. I think the president did not, sort of curb the extent, he didn't economize on his presidential emergency powers. On that issue, I agree with you absolutely.
Prof, call a spade, not a shake for mouth. Why are you shaking? Why are you scared? You have supported rubbish. You are not shaking. Look at you now, you are trying. Prof, call a spade. Bola Tinubu is illegal, is executing illegal, is unconstitutional. He is fraud. Why you the fear? You don't see the problem. This is because you have swayed your hands. You were supposed to be a distinguished Nigerian that is supposed to stand for the rule of law, separation of power, due process, an intellectual institution, a hub of ecumenical wisdom, a man that is supposed to be one of the proudest institutions in this country. You supported the man that clinically has been fraudulent all his life, fraud with his business, fraud with his education, and now he has constituted nuisance. You are rubbish, you are sugarcoating it. Bro, you don't pass this level. You see yourself, look at what you have reduced yourself to. You can no longer tell Tinubu to his face that this is wrong. You are now going through corners. I'm disappointed in you. I used to read Prof like I was reading my life. Somebody I paid keen attention to his progress. Now we have to begin to look at the politics involved, even in his Nobel laureate that he went to win. It was disappointing. Till today, I still cannot find myself having to talk about Professor Wole Soyinka publicly. The friends that knew me back in school would know how much I honor and eulogize Professor. Suddenly you've made yourself a political caricature, political incumbent, and now you are shaking. Look at you, Professor Wole Soyinka. You can no longer hold this now. You are running. You said you are going to have 1 year to assess the government. 1 year don't pass, so shame not let you come out. Now you are coming out gradually. He's a disappointment. Say it. Tell him to his face. Open up, we'll forgive you. Tell Tinubu you're a disappointment, we'll forgive you. Say rubbish thing. Now you are saying you are blaming House of Assembly. You are blaming Senate. Who is the person that went against the Constitution? And then you have captured. This is what we're telling you, Prof. In case you don't know, children are talking to you. I told you the other time. You gotta remember when I watched the video. In this generation, gray hair will bow to black hair. Because wisdom no longer reside because you have been old. Is how well you have gotten the idea. Tapping into long-term, ancient spring of continuous flow of inspiration for the change of this country. For people like you that could not effect so much change, I thought you would support younger Nigerians who are ready to do it. But then you still went ahead to play the bandwagon support for your Yoruba brother. And now suddenly you have lost your voice. You are not shaking. You oratory prowess. You oratory prophet. You public speaker of great repute. Blessed with natural ability to speak. You are not shaking in words, Prof. You see, this is what we say when you lose integrity. You see what it has led you to. Talk. Open your mouth and talk. Do another interview. This one won't work. Go and sit in that your fine part of your compound where you have vegetation, flowers. Sit down and address the nation and tell Tinubu that he has misbehaved, he has messed up. What did they happen, self? So more the quiet. See yourself now. Would have been better that you didn't even put your hand in all of this. Look at what you have turned yourself to. Now you're not a caricature. They will drag you now. They will drag you. Was it not better that you stood for what is right and just and collect more dragging for a while and be a long-term you will get posterity and prosperity to say, I said it. Now Nigerians not going to tell you, say, did you not tell you? Are you not ashamed? You're not ashamed. Disappointing, no? And I've looked at very distinguished Nigerians fall into the trap of playing tribal ethno-religious politics. Some of them because of economic gains and deceiving. All of them pastors. Paula de Farasi. A Saul will come, David. Who are you deceiving? Where the Saul, where the David? And now, of course, your ministry moves. As a pastor, you benefit all of this. The more terrible the economy is, the better for you as a man of God. But it's unfortunate, sir. Not be you, Prof. With me, the honor. They say na badu, cost every other candidate because wanting to eulogize the fraud of a human being, a criminal. And now look at where you are. You the shake for mouth. You can't talk. You are not bold enough. You, Professor Wole Soyinka. What will make me lose relevance in my life? I cannot grow to this point and I turn myself to a laughing stock. Children call they use it, they laugh. Imagine, but I'm telling you on Twitter and X now, say, make you quiet. You are finished now. They finished you. You allow tribal politics to overtake you.
Okay guys, if you've watched till this stage, please honor me by subscribing to this channel and sharing this video. So the question is, what do you think? Is Soyinka's recent criticism of Tinubu a sign that he's still committed to his principles, or has he become just another part of the political game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more discussion on the issues that matter most. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.